Good day to everyone. Again, this is Miss Jero, and now we're going to discuss about the Philippine contemporary arts. Now, before I go further with our discussion, we all know that the Philippines is very rich when it comes to culture. Bakit? Kasi po, napakadaming nangyaring history, no? Sa bansa natin. Yan. So, pag sinabing history, ito yung hindi pa tayo pinapanganak. Syempre, ito yung before Christ pa, ganyan. And why is it rich? Because some of the countries, okay, ay mayroong naiambag sa kultura natin. Some of the nationalities, some of the culture from outside the country, okay, ay mayroon pang naging contribution sa ating kultura. Right? So that's why in our culture, we're not just talking about here the solely culture of the Filipino. Okay? Now, these are the objective. In the end of this lesson, you student can narrate the history of Philippine arts from post-colonial period up to the present time. And also, you can also explain the development of Philippine arts. For the third, you can also describe the form of contemporary arts here in the Philippines. And for the last, you can also analyze the concept of Philippine contemporary arts in global perspective. So again, be ready with our recitation. I hope that you listen. And while you are listening, okay, mag-take down notes po tayo. Like what I've said kanina, the culture of Philippines is very rich because of history. Tama. So, now, bago po dumating yung mga Spaniards sa atin, okay, tayo, no, yung mga kanununuan natin, sila ay napaka-uhusay na when it comes to art. Bakit? Kasi po, during that time, no, nung before Christ pa lang, they have different abstract symbol, no, na ginagawa. Na ang figures ito is yung mga nakikita sa nature, nakikita sa environment. For example, yung sun, the moon, and other figures na nakikita nila. Okay, they do different kind of abstract. Okay? And makikita niyo ito, no, kapag po kayo ay pumunta ng Philippine National Museum. Okay, so meaning we have a lot of evidence po na even during pre-colonial time, okay, makikita na talaga na ang mga Pilipino ay napakahusay when it comes to art. Bakit? Kasi kung ano yung kanilang nakikitang resources, okay, ginagamitan nila ito na napakalaking big picture sa kanilang idea, and then they create their own art. Now, going back here, in our pre-colonial times, we have here the four forms or the four stages. First po is what we call the so-called Old Stone Age. So since we're talking about stone, literally, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito ay bato. Okay? So yung bato na ito ay napakalaking tulong, no, sa kanila before. Why? Because they use this as a knife, ginagamit din nila itong panghasa. Okay, kumbaga yung object ng stone, gumawa sila kaagad ng idea na ang stone na ito ay hindi lang ito stone. Okay, gumawa sila ng ibang use or kagamitan, no, ng mga batong ito. Napakadami pong flake stone, no, natagpuan sa Tabon Caves, na kung saan matatagpuan po sa Palawan. So commonly, ito rin ay matatagpuan sa Quezon, Palawan. And then next, we have the so-called New Stone Age, or what we called Neolithical period, and this was happened during 16,000 to 2,000 before Christ. So kung mapapansin niyo, ito po ay itsurang shell. This kind of age or this kind of material or object, o itong ang shell na ito, ay ginagamit nila ito as a fashion. So ginagamit nila itong para mga jewelries, kanya mga palamuti sa katawan, and also they use this as a decoration sa mga bahay nila, yung mga nakasabit, ginagawang cortina. And then next, okay, itong new stone na ito, no, natagpuan po yung pinaka matandang ornaments, no, na gamit or gawa sa cone shell during 1960s. Okay? Na natagpuan po sa kuweba ng Duyong ng Palawan. Next is we have the Metal Age. So this was happened during 2000 BC to 1000 AD. if you could also notice, yung picture na nandyan, they use metal as an earthenware pots. And also, you can see na yung mga metal na ito ay pinorm nila, okay, into different human figures or also different faces. Okay, so this kind of craftsmanship is what we call a high level. Why? Kasi syempre, metal, no? Kumbaga, napakahirap niyang i-molde, no? Nagamit ng ang kamay. That's why, it's so-called a high level of craftsmanship. During pre-colonial art also, we have a lot of art forms happen. Like for example, yung pottery, weaving, even the tattoo, come up with different jewelries dahil nga meron na tayong metal, nagkaroon na rin ng carving, and also the metal crafts. Now, let's talk about the Spanish colonial period. And this was happened during 1521 to 1898. So, ano po bang nangyari, no? Dito na po na-introduce or naipakilala ang mga painting, ang sculpture, at saka po yung tinatawag na architecture. Okay? So, this three inspired by the Byzantine, Gothic, Baroque, and Rococo art style was presented here in the Philippines during that period. Ngayon, bakit ito na-introduce? Dahil nga po, syempre, dumating na yung mga Spanish, automatically, syempre, kung if you read history, na-colonize tayo because of religion. At kaya nga po, mas madami or majority po ng religion here in the Philippines are Catholic. And based on here, okay, we have the Byzantine style. So yung Byzantine style na ito, okay, ito pong nasa taas, yan. Ito po ay gawa ni Esteban Villanueva. Ang tawag po sa kanyang paint is the Base Revolve 1921. And this picture taken in the National Library. And also, we have another example, this one. Itong sa baba, at ito naman po ay gawa ni Joseph Luciano Gans na ang tawag po sa kanyang painting is Langit, Lupa at Impyerno, 1950. Next is we have Baroque style. So like what I said kanina, during Spanish colonial, ayan, naghari or nangibabaw ang Kristyanismo. Ayan. So dahil nagkaroon ng Kristyanismo, mas dumami ang mga churches. Okay? So, this church is the Santo Tomas de Villanueva Church. Okay? And you can find this in Iloilo. This picture taken during 2011. And also, we have here the Gothic art style. So, ito naman ay matatagpuan sa San Sebastian Church sa Manila lang. Okay? During the formation of Filipino elite class known as Illustrado, okay, nagkaroon na po tayo ng tinatawag na Philippine Modern Artists. So, itong mga artists na ito ay nag-aral. Okay, nag-aral sila. Kaya sila ay tinatawag ng mga Illustrado. Talaga namang they are devoted, no? They devoting their life, okay, doing their arts. These artists, okay, they really study locally and even abroad just to adopt the so-called modern style techniques such as the neoclassicism, romanticism, and even the hint of impressionism. So we have here some of the artists. So first, we have Damian Domingo. So ang kanya pong naibinta is what we call the La Sagrada Filipina. Siya po ay kilalang pintor known as the father of Filipino painting. At siya po ang kauna-unahang pintor na nagpinta sa mismong mukha nito. Okay, so itong nakikita ninyong portrait, okay, ito rin po ay kanyang ginawa. He is the founder of the Academia de Dibujo y Pintura, the first school of drawing here in the Philippines. So ito pong kanyang Sagrada Pamilya na ginawa is napaka-famous po nito and it really have a lot of value. And next we have Juan Luna. And for sure, kayo po ay napaka-pamilyar sa Espolarium. Hindi lang po isang pintor si Juan Luna, siya rin po ay isang sculptor and also a political activist here in the Philippines during Revolution, late 19th century. So yung itong kanyang Espolarium ay napakadaming naging award. So isa dito is the gold medal in 1884 nung ito po ay in-exhibit sa Madrid. And next we have American colonial period during 1898 to 1946. So kung ang mga Spaniards, no, ang naging contribution nila sa kultura natin is about religion, ang US naman po o ang Amerika naman po, ang naging kanilang malaking contribution sa atin ay ang pagpapahalaga sa edukasyon at pagkakaroon ng values. Bakit? Kasi po, ito yung kanilang pamumuhay. No? They really contribute this kind of culture and their beliefs to us. So, the primary brought the Philippines art in different perspectives. So, kung dati, it's all about realism, it's all about impressionism, ganyan. This time naman, no, yung naging art natin dito is all about advertising and commercial design. Based on our example, we have here the Philippine Charity Sweepstake or yung kilala natin na Lotto. Okay, ang gumawa po nito or ang nagpaint po nito is si Pablo Amorsolo. Okay, so this is one of the example of advertisement, no, na nagawa during American colonial period. No, bakit ito? Kasi nga, like what I said kanina, during this period, no, ang US, okay, talaga namang pinopromote nila yung malasakit, ganyan. So, using this kind of charity sweepstake, yan, makakatulong sila or makakatulong tayo, no, doon sa mga tao na kung saan sila ay nangangailangan using our charity. And then next, we have here the neoclassical architecture. So, kung mapapansin ninyo, no, ito po yung mga example niyan. Yung first na nasa taas, that is Davao City Hall. Even naman po sa iba pang City Hall, di ba? May makikita kayong mga poster dyan na napakalaki. Okay, ang tawag dyan ay neoclassical architecture. Yung nasa baba naman, yan po ay ang post office. Yan, post office yan na matatagpuan sa Manila. Another thing is we have the Art Deco style. Yung picture na nakikita nyo po dito sa taas, ayan po ay ang Metropolitan Theater. Kung napapansin, yung style ng dalawang architecture na to ay magkaiba. Okay? So again, yung makikita kayong mga poste-poste, ang tawag dyan ay neoclassical. Yung mga Art Deco style naman, wala silang mga ganyang mga poste. Next, we also have some notable artists during American colonial. Sila yung mga namayagpag. Yan. Namayagpag yung mga gawa nila, no, during this time. So first po is we have Fernando Amorsolo. Siya po ay naging first awardee ng National Artist Award during 1972. Hindi lang po siya isang pintor, kundi siya rin po siyang portraitist. He also paints some landscape. He is the best known for his craftsmanship and mastery in the use of light. His art style are Impressionism, Luminism, and Realism. And then next, we have Victorio Editis. So, yung itong pong kanyang naging obra is what we call the Sketch 1927. When he was in America, nanalo siya ng second prize sa annual exhibition of North American artists with his artwork entitled The Sketch. He also recognized as a father of modern art here in the Philippines and was named as a national artist during 1976. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned a lot from this lesson and see you during our recitation. Goodbye!